Welcome to today's tutorial. It is very crucial for us to know if there is a malicious actor in our system. Sometimes hackers hack our systems so as to be able to exfiltrate data from that system. Some of them may want to hack your system so as to use it as a bot, that is, using it to connect to other computers out there to carry out their malicious activities. And some of these hackers may connect to your system, install malicious applications in your system to still use it for selfish purposes. And lastly, they may want to install or create new users in your system so as to carry out or to escalate privileges and get administrative rights in your operating system. So today I am going to walk you through on how to identify if your system has been hacked. The first thing is that you must check to see if your system accepts remote connection. So you are going to come to the Windows search bar here and you are going to click on it and you are going to take allow remote assistance and you hit enter and you get this dialog box here. You see allow remote assistance connections to this computer. This is telling us that if there is a malicious actor that may want to use our system remotely, he is going to succeed because we have this dialog box checked. So you can just uncheck that dialog box and you take OK and you take apply, and you see that this is going to push that person out or prevent him from remotely accessing your system. Make sure that before applying, take note that this box here is checked. Don't allow remote connections to this computer. This is the first way you can check. Now, the second method is that you may want to check if there are applications existing in your system that are malicious or that you do not recognize. So you come to the Windows search bar down here again and you type appyiz.cpl. You want to check the malicious, or you want to check applications which you have never installed in your system, which may have been installed by the malicious actor. And now you can see as we speak, these are the various applications that are in my system. You can see that I am running Google Chrome, I am running IBM ISPP and all of that. So let's say, for example, that you don't recognize this application here. You just need to right click and you uninstall it. If you are doubting if you applied or if you are using this application, what you can do is that you can as well take this application to Google and ask AI what this application does or its function. This also helps you to know if it is a malicious application installed by a malicious actor or not. Now, the third method which you can check if your system is under exploit or if it has been compromised is by going again to the search bar, and no, not really the search bar, but this time around you come to your keyboard and you press the Windows key and you press R. When you press the Windows key and press R, you come to this dialog box and you type netplwiz. You type netplwiz and then you click enter. What happens is that this is going to help you check the number of users that are in your system. Like I said before starting this tutorial, I said that attackers sometimes may want to gain privilege escalation in our system or gain administrative privileges in our system. So they create new users in our system to use it for their malicious purposes. So in this case here, before starting this tutorial, I created a new user called J. Let's take for example that this J here is a malicious actor that you discovered. You just need to come here, you click on it and you take remove, and he is sent out or kicked out from your system. Another method which you may want to consider doing is that you are still going to come to your keyboard and you type or you press on the Windows key and you press R. Now what you want to do here is you want to come here and you type MRT and you hit enter. Now you want to check if there is malware in your system, if there are malicious softwares installed in your system. So after typing that, you have to wait for this dialog box here, and you can see that it says that you want to remove malicious softwares. So this is a tool that is provided by Windows for us to use. So you take next and then you see quick scan here. You take a quick scan. That is, if you don't have much time. If you take a full scan, it is going to range for several hours. So I'm going to take quick scan. I'm going to click next, and you can see that it starts scanning my system to see if there are malicious applications in my system, and it is going to remove those malicious softwares from my operating system. I am going to stop this for now and do it later. So now, after doing that, the next thing that you may want to consider doing is that you want to come to your Google Chrome. You click on Google Chrome. Let's take, for example, that you want to use this one here. You come to these three bars here, to these three dots here at the top right hand side. You click on it and you look for where you have password autofill here, and you see Google Password Manager. Google Password Manager. What are you doing here? What you're doing here is that you want to check the various applications that you have signed into it. This is going to help to check if your passwords are strong enough to withstand any form of brute force attack, if your passwords are good enough. So if you come to check up here at the top left hand side here, it is going to check all your passwords, and you can see it is checking 95 passwords in my system to see if I have compromised passwords, if I have used or if I have reused passwords, and if I have weak passwords. Now in my case here, all these reused passwords are for websites that are busy, that I know that even if I am compromised, I don't use those passwords in anything or in my other applications which I may deem important. And even these weak passwords are for the same purposes, for the same purpose here. So this helps you to either strengthen your password, or it helps you to change your passwords to a good and standardized passwords. Now, another thing that you may want to do is to check your extensions. You want to check your extensions. Sometimes malicious actors want to spy on whatever you are typing up here. So what do? They come and they install themselves in your extension, or check your extensions. They check your cookies. They check whatever you are typing here, your browsing history and all of that, to see what you are doing, and they can now steal your information like passwords and use it against you. So you are still going to come to these three dots up here. You click on it and you look for extensions here, and you take manage extensions. Now you are going to see manage extensions here. You see Google Docs offline, and you're seeing Kaspersky here. If you see that there is an extension here which you don't recognize, you simply go to that extension and you click on remove, and it is going to be removed from your operating system. By doing that, you have successfully prevented malicious actors from being able to get information about whatever you run in your browser here. So it cleans your browser. It makes sure that no one is copying or stealing your cookies. Now the next thing that I'm going to check, we are going to go to my virtual system here. This is Windows 7, and I want to walk you through on certain applications which you may also want to install in your system so as to use it to send away malicious actors from your system. There is one we call Hitman Pro. You come to Google and you type Hitman Pro. You can see it here, Hitman Pro, and you click enter. Now when you type Hitman Pro, you see the website here. You click here, you click on it, you wait for it to load. Unfortunately my connection is slow. You wait for it to load, and then you are going to download this in your operating system. I think I had initially downloaded this. Let me check on downloads. Yeah, I have it here. So when you download it, it comes to your downloads here. You double click, and then it says it wants to make changes. You're going to take yes, and then you take next, and you take next. You can say no, you want to scan only for this time because we're using the free version. So I'm going to take next, and then it starts to check your system. and it scans the system to see if there are malicious activities going on in your system, if there are malicious applications, if there is malware in your system, it removes it automatically and your system becomes safe. So you can see how it is running, and this is how it does its work. And you can see what is happening here. You can see identifying threats and all of that. Another thing that you can do is, let me minimize this. You can still come to Google and you type malware bytes. This is very popular. And you hit enter. And then you wait. When you do this, it is another application that you're going to use. You are going to follow the same steps like Hitman Pro. You download it from Malwarebytes website, which I think I had already downloaded it. You follow the same steps like in the case of Hitman Pro, and then it is going to help you to check your system to see if there are malicious activities. If there is malware in your system, it automatically removes it, and then your computer have been filtered and you have successfully sent away malicious actors from your system. If you think this tutorial is helpful, don't forget to like, share, comment, and stay safe. My name is Banakengion, certified ethical hacker. This is defensive cybersecurity.